So a little while ago, when we were streaming on the 27th, an interesting anomaly had been discovered. When I decided to pull out the exchanger just to have some fun when we were doing weapons testing, something had changed since I last got it. For those that do not know, Uncommon is a scrapped rarity that was taken out multiple years ago. So at this point, Uncommon should not exist. But back when the exchanger was first added, you could buy it at a common rarity, and its upgrade that you could have bought, which would normally bring it to Mythical, would instead bring it to Uncommon. So back then, I had used it. Damage was minimal, barely able to 5-6 shot someone. But nowadays, it's changed. When we were testing its damage, we had learned that it doesn't do any. And that's not a joke. Its damage was literally 0. I could hit someone for as long as I wanted to, and nothing would happen. They had shown and said to me that there was no health bar change, and even showing you now is easy to do. All it takes is a quick jump right into campaign, and we'll see that damage is next to nothing. Just shooting at a zombie. Well, at least with modules. With modules, it changes this weapon entirely. All it takes is taking away one module for the gun to do this. Look at that. No health bar appears. I can sit here all I want, shooting this singular zombie. And not a single chunk of health will go away. Two mags, no health bar appearance. Unlike other weapons, they don't one-shot just to that health bar appear. But exchanger, nothing. To this moment, I have no idea how much damage this thing does. Because as of no modules, no matter your gear setup, this gun does nothing. You can sit there for minutes, for a whole match even, and no one will take damage. But in campaign, you put on a module, I can start damaging things. But in multiplayer, it's even weirder. On standard damage values of 100%, even a module wasn't doing anything to a player. But once we went up to higher values, be it 400%, 500%, this thing was doing damage. We calculated it. At 400% damage, it was doing about 50 a hit at the body and able to one-shot anyone to the head. So, what even is this thing? At first we thought the theory was its damage was in the negatives. And using the multiplier, that negative value was so high, that negative number was looping back into positives due to it reaching the 32-bit integer limit. But that was on 500%. Upon going to 400%, we thought, okay, it's not looping anymore, because if it was at 5 times at the negative integer limit, it would flip to positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. But then when we swapped to 400%, and that was not the case, it did damage. So then we started trying to calculate how much damage it could be doing. And at 400%, we looked at about 55 points of damage for a body hit, and then whatever the headshot multiplier is, because we didn't do the math for the headshot. Because at that point, it was enough to one-shot. So we couldn't test anything above 280 health. But then it wouldn't make sense. Because it's still able to one-shot even zombies without any sort of multiplier. So, what is this weapon's entire shtick? I don't know. If I could talk with a dev of the game and maybe take a look in the code what's happening, that'd be fantastic. I would genuinely love to know what's going on with his weapon's damage values. Because without a module, it does nothing. It doesn't even tickle anyone. It's literally like you just looked at someone. You can put hundreds of exchanger rounds into someone's chest, nothing. But in multipliers for custom games or in campaign with a module, damage is there. But the second that module goes away, it's gone. So what's causing it? We know modules has to at least do something to it, but we know modules are only, at least at my current rank, a 20% damage increase. So, what's the issue? I don't know. As much as I love this gun, and I absolutely intend to keep it as part of my inventory, I really want to know what kind of anomaly is going on in the game code. Because there has to be some sort of value errors or just something not right with it being uncommon. And I know there are people with other uncommons. Because from what we know, there is an uncommon social Uzi out there. So I genuinely want to see if the same thing is going on for them, or if anybody else has something uncommon. So, is it just the exchanger, or is it anything of uncommon rarity? Who knows? But as of right now, uncommon has become quite an interesting anomaly. At first, it worked exactly like common. The only difference is, things would be green. Now it's entirely changed to be this insane anomaly that we have no idea how it works. So, if y'all have any working theories on what this thing is even doing in the game code, I would love to hear them. Be it you know the damage numbers, or you've gone through the game's actual internal coding processes to find how this weapon works in Uncommon. I would love to know. So, that's been it for this video on the Exchanger Anomaly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you around.